from the Storm Team 8 Tracking Center. This is an update on the Christmas Week blizzard.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here on News 8 at 4.
We are ending the work week with blizzard conditions across West Michigan, and our team coverage continues right now.
Storm Team 8 is tracking everything from blizzard criteria to the weekend forecast. Let's start with Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca with a look at current conditions.
Yeah, current conditions range a bit depending on where you live, but if we look at Muskegon, especially the pier, has been one of my favorite shots. You can barely see the ice-encrusted building there, and the waves have been just churning. Temperatures right now, 8 degrees. This is the coldest daytime air temperature we've seen in West Michigan since January 31st of 2019, polar vortex time frame, so it definitely is very cold. If we look at visibility, it is bad. It is very close to zero. 1/8 of a mile down the lakeshore from Muskegon down to about Benton Harbor. A little bit of an improvement for Allegan at about a mile of visibility at the reporting station, but Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo also at blizzard conditions. So how has this storm performed so far? Technically, blizzard conditions have been met at 5 major cities that were within the blizzard warning area. So this is a bona fide blizzard, and Blake is going to be talking more about that. Winds have been gusting about 35 to 55 miles per hour so far today, and we're expecting that to continue the rest of this afternoon. So if you're planning on heading out this evening and you don't have to, please don't. It really is not great outside. Here's a look at Storm Track Live. You can see that we have some thicker bands, and if you're in one of these thicker snow bands, you see the near whiteout conditions. If you're just outside of one of these lake effect snow bands, it doesn't look as bad until you get a bigger wind gust. But these are going to continue to crank for us, not just today, but through tonight and into tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we might get a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere too, and might kind of strengthen these up a bit into Saturday. So snowfall total wise, we have accumulated quite a bit, about 3 to 8 inches as far as early this afternoon, depending on location. Some spots, places like Battle Creek, saying they've only received about 2 inches of snow. But remember, we did segment it out and show you how much we expected by location for just the overnight time frame. So right now we're actually sitting exactly where we thought we would. 4 to 8 was how much we expected for our lakeshore communities, 2 to 4 on the east side of 131. So places like Battle Creek, if you're between the 2 to 4 inch range, you are on track. Matt, rest of the weekend, we got a lot to talk about. Travel-wise, I think that's the big question.
I think that's one of the most unfortunate things with this timing of this, the whole system is this is the time of year we really want to travel and visit family and some friends for the holidays. I do have a little bit of a good news, but we have to be patient. Still, we recommend no traveling today and throughout this evening. You can see why. The winds are going to remain high, and also the lake effect snow showers will continue. We'll take you right through the Sunday time frame. Fortunately, finally by Christmas, the wind's going to let up and the lake effect snow showers are going to gradually wind down. But still, before that, we're still recommending don't travel right on through Saturday. It doesn't look much better as we'll continue those strong winds right on through Saturday. The peak winds may not be quite as strong, but I still think we could see wind gusts up around 40 miles an hour. But what you'll notice by Christmas Day, though, those winds really relaxing, still breezy, but not as strong as today and what's forecast for tomorrow. And those temperatures, brutally cold, really, as Ellen mentioned, something we haven't really felt in almost 4 years. And those wind chill temperatures will continue very cold, probably between 10 to 20 below tomorrow and around, I would say, around 5 to 10 below, maybe 15 below on Christmas Day. Speaking of that Christmas weekend forecast, Christmas Eve, still very challenging in terms of any kind of travel with those wind gusts up around 40 miles an hour. And you could see still a very, very cold day. Still cold on Christmas Day, but again, the wind relaxes quite a bit, so not as much blowing snow, and the snow will not be as heavy as well. But it certainly has been today. Reduced visibility. Blake is outside the station right now. He drew the short straw. Blake.
It is so cold. My face hurts. Everything hurts, but we're here for you throughout the storm. Let's take you to blizzard criteria, right? We have that blizzard warning in effect for areas along and west of US 131 through 7 o'clock tomorrow. And you'll notice that it requires visibility of a 1/4 mile and winds frequently gusting to 35 miles per hour for 3 consecutive hours or more. And we've done that in every major reporting site within the blizzard warning. Let's take you to Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo first. You can see, yeah, blizzard conditions have been met since early this afternoon. Visibility down to 1/8 of a mile in Grand Rapids as of 2 o'clock, 1/4 mile throughout the afternoon in Kalamazoo with wind gusts. They're actually been higher than that from time to time, but consistently in that 35 to 45 mile per hour range. Let's take you to the reporting sites along the lakeshore. Muskegon has been in blizzard conditions since 3:30 this morning. Visibility at 1/8 of a mile. Holland and South Haven both reporting visibility from 1/4 to 1/8 of a mile. South Haven had a wind gust up to 55 miles per hour earlier this afternoon. So bottom line, this forecast is playing out exactly like we expected for areas along and west of US 131, with blizzard conditions ongoing, expected to continue tonight and overnight. And as they talked about just a few minutes ago, we may actually see an uptick in that lake effect into the day on Saturday. So there's really no signs of it letting up. Visibility very poor under those lake effect snow bands, and that's going to keep travel hazardous for the next 24 hours at least.
Remember that it is not the same way out your window that it is
Yes.
everywhere across West Michigan.
Yeah, I like how Blake keeps adding a layer every time. Like next time, have the scarf all the way.
So cold.
Like,
I'm so cold.
Come inside.
come on.
I'm coming.
Well, let's get over to Tom Hillen for a look at road conditions at this hour.
Yeah, look at, now this is the way
This
to
is
do
how
it.
it's done.
Nice and cozy. Of course, Tom Hillen, your tree looks great, the fireplace. How do the roads look?
Take a look at the interchange in downtown Grand Rapids right now. These are the best road conditions you're going to see because they're most heavily traveled in the area. And so you can see the road conditions not great there. We have several closures out there. Westbound M6 after Wilson is closed in the Byron Center area. We have multiple closures in the Wayland area and Door, northbound US 131 at 142nd, as well as northbound US 131 at 135th Avenue in the Wayland area. And then as we drop down to the I-94 corridor, we have the closure of westbound I-94 after M51, so very slow going in that area. And then as you can see here, several closures of I-94 as well as northbound US 31 in the Berrien County area. So safe to say with all these closures out there, definitely not a good idea to be heading out the door tonight if you don't have to. I'll have another update for you coming up at 5 o'clock.
All right, Tom, we'll check back in. Thank you.